Welcome to this Nadi Dashamsha class. Um, I wasn't able to make it all day. I wanted to make this class much earlier, but it's just, uh, mind is elsewhere. Emotions are elsewhere. Because when you lose a dog, as I did, um, yeah, it's close to losing a child. Because you don't realize, because the dog we had, we rescued her. Well, not even rescued. She was brought to us to be kept for 2 or 3 days. And the person who brought it to us disappeared. Never returned our call, but I'm like, let's just keep it. God brought this dog to us, so let's just keep it. Came from a puppy mill, came from, being abused, to now where she left with a Vedic ritual, had a heart murmur throughout her life. And it's like you miss only after a couple of days, you start missing the little things. Where she used to sleep, what would she be doing now? At this point, she used to be here, then there, and now that element is gone. And I thought I was not gonna be so emotionally taken back, but I am. So, I don't know how great this is going to go, but I'm just trying to keep myself distracted. Um, so let's share the screen. So first of all, this Nadi Navamsha, or well, I showed this in my Nandi Nadi course of Nadi Navamsha. Okay. It's kind of like a technique given through A.V. Sundram. And how is it that it was given to me? Because I actually showed this in my Nadi course of my conversation on Facebook with A.V. Sundram. Literally 2 or 3 months worth of conversation, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's where most of the techniques he showed me. Even the age activations and activation of planets and their results, all of these things were shown through it. So this is a very simple thing. Okay. So these are some of the charts of people that I picked from when I asked about your birth details. So if you look, this person is a Pisces ascendant in the Dashamsha, right? This is the Dashamsha. And Dashamsha, as you see, it says great success. See, great success, what does it mean? We look at it professionally, but great success can happen anything. This is why Dashamsha is the obligation to society. Sometimes the obligation can become giving birth to a child, getting married, work, career, giving yourself in service to something without even getting any profits. So Dashamsha shows many things. Like, for example, you will see people will get married actually when their Antra Dasha, Pratyantar Dasha Lord would be in the 7th house of Dashamsha. Okay, like for example, this person was running through sun moon period. During this time period, definitely something would have occurred related to relationships. But again, we're not even focusing on planets. That's what Nadi Dashamsha is. Okay, so the first thing that we see is that this person, I don't know if it's a he or she, I'm just putting it randomly, but they're Pisces ascendant. Now, the very first question you want to ask yourself is, why are you, or why is this person a Pisces ascendant? Why isn't this person a Aquarius ascendant or Aries ascendant? Why is smack in the middle? Pisces. For this, we go back to the birth chart and we see where the sign of Pisces is. Pisces is the 4th house. So 4th house energy becomes the ascendant of the Dashamsha. And Saturn is in the 4th house. in Parivartana Yoga with Jupiter. So that means Jupiter-Saturn energy is going to into the ascendant as well, which means this person is here to nourish people. This person is here to teach people, counsel people, heal people. But mainly they're here to be a counselor and a teacher. And until they do that, they will always feel lost. Sometimes you see a person will shift their career dramatically between 30 and 32. Most of the time you'll see, actually between 29 and 32, careers will change. And of course, in her chart or in whoever this person is, we see Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn being retrograde. So of course, it's going to change and shift their life. Then also, if you look, because it's Pisces, that means their career has to do with something connected with abstract knowledge, abstract thinking, travel, research. Okay. And, pretty much even I see that this person is going to be far away from their birthplace. Okay, do they have to be? No, but they will be. Especially when you see, because the ascendant, the fourth lord becomes the ascendant of the Dashamsha, Pisces. Career will always do better when they leave, go far away. But I don't think this person has left Sydney yet. They're gonna most likely either leave Sydney and go far away in 2027, when Saturn is about to cross over Saturn itself. But again, I'm going into the planets and I shouldn't, because I want to make this much easier. If you look at their 10th house, right, where all the karmas are being performed, this particular sign goes into the 7th. So that means ultimately this person's success comes through business partnerships. And because you see Moon in the 7th, shows travel. The more they travel and there's movement in their career, many changes in their career, the more this person will flourish. The other thing, if you see, in the birth chart, the 2nd house is Capricorn. So Capricorn becomes the 11th house of the Dashamsha, which shows what? They will get the desired gains in their life. And gains will most definitely come through when they connect with the professional social circles in their life. They're gonna have to connect, talk to, and have relationship with their professional network circles, social circles. The more they intermingles with them, the better their income and money becomes. It's not like they're gonna give some great idea and then they'll connect you with a better company. It could, but just by you interacting with them, your income rises. The other thing, if you look, 8th lord of the birth chart goes into the 5th. So 8th house is not really a negative house. Because in order for you to find success that everybody wants to go from point 1 to point 100. Every single person. It cannot come without a transformation. It cannot come without a change. So if this person wants a transformation in their life, and if you see in the Dashamsha, there's Saturn in the 5th, when they hire an older person, somebody who's over 50 and 60, especially Saturn represents over 60, when they hire somebody or when they have some subordinate underneath them who's over 60, this person will suddenly find transformation in their life. But also because 8th Lord goes into the 5th of the Dasamsha, their subordinates will always come and go, come and go. Suddenly they come in, suddenly they go, without announcement. But the one that becomes the most stable is going to be the Saturnian individual. Anybody who has a Saturnian personality, the body, the look, or if they're old, that person is going to suddenly bring some form of a major change in this person's life. Also, 9th Lord of Bhagya, luck, fortune, goes where? Goes into the 6th house in Leo, which is a sign of Leo, goes into the 6th house. So what does this show? If this person shows any form of ego, like I am better than everybody else, I have the best skills, nobody is above me, their luck will not favor them at all. Because the 9th Lord of Fortune goes in the 6th of service, they must behave like the servant in order for them to gain highest status in their life. The more they not behave like the CEO, the manager, and they behave like the regular worker, the better their luck will be. Like you would have heard, like many CEOs, especially in Silicon Valley, I don't know if they do it for showing off or they really do it, but they will be amongst the regular people. They don't have any office. They'll have a cubicle as exactly the same size as the person who's making 1,000,000,000 times less than what this person is. And the company's flourishing because they naturally create that attitude. Because remember, 9th Lord of the birth chart goes into the 6th house of pending karma, unfinished karma. And what is the unfinished karma with? It's with one's ego, one's pride. At work, you're going to have to leave the pride behind. And also because 9th Lord goes into the 6th of the Dasamsha, when they create fights, arguments, talking back to their mentors, managers, counselors, their luck does not favor them. Okay. But like I said, because I'm seeing in the birth chart that they need to do business. Ultimately, after 31, 32, I would probably say by, 2020's middle of 2026, this person can go into doing their own work, doing their own business. And this is only because I'm seeing Saturn retrograde, where it goes into the 3rd with Ketu. But again, I don't want to deal with planets. We're simply looking at the houses. Simply looking at the houses. Then, if you also look, 12th Lord of the birth chart is in the 9th house. Right? So 12th Lord goes into the 9th house of luck. And this is why we see how the 9th Lord goes into the 6th and 12th Lord goes into the 9th. When they fight, when they insult, when they, disrespect their mentors and teachers and gurus, because this is not just work. This could be somebody who has a guru. You'll be vulnerable enough to show your ego in front of them. When that happens, expenses come in instead of luck. But also 12th Lord, of the birth chart going into the 9th house. shows luck rises when they move to a foreign place, far away place from their birthplace. So if you're dealing with expenses, or especially your luck feels like it's losing, the 12th Lord being in the 9th shows when you go far, luck favors. When you deal with the 12th house related things, luck favors. Especially when it comes to your work in society. Okay. And especially remember when I said the more they interact with their social circles, network circles, their money becomes active because second lord becomes the 11th. Now look at the fact 11th lord of social circles and network circle goes into the 8th house, especially where Ketu is. What does this show? They should always interact with their social circles, but they shouldn't expect anything from them. They call you for help, you help them. You want to ask them a question, ask them, but it may not help them. It may not help this individual, but it'll help them to accumulate wealth because you're keeping that 11th house activated. That's all it is. So you see how that dynamic works where like, wait a second, my social circles have never helped me, or they've never really come to use. Okay, that's fine. But as long as you're interacting with them, your second house is active. But also if you see 11th lord goes into the 8th where Ketu is sitting. When you create social circles with Ketu-like people, then these people will help you. For example, let's say this person goes into things like astrology, occult, mathematics, coding. Interacting with those people will help you. Monks, spiritualists, they will transform your life. Astrologers, like for example, because Ketu is astrology, 11th lord goes into the 8th where Ketu is. When this person interacts with astrologers, suddenly there's a transformation in their desire, fulfillment of desire. You look at this chart. Virgo ascendant in the birth, Virgo ascendant in the Navamsha, which means it's something known as Vargottama lagna, meaning a person is able to professionally get things through simple means. Either this person has such a simple life that they don't need anything anymore, or when they desire for more, it just slips into their life. But of course, I see Saturn in the ascendant of the Dashamsha, so I know only after the age of 36 that they would have really started progressing in their profession. But see, when Vargottama ascendant is there in birth or Navamsha, birth or Dasamsha, okay, the karma is carrying on into the same chart. Meaning, whatever that they require will somehow, some way will be given to them. But the planetary placements will show the timing, will change the scenario. Okay. But Vargottama becomes a type of placement where much effort may not be needed. Effort is always needed, but much effort may not be needed to accomplish things related to that, related to that particular chart. Like if you wanted somebody who knows everything about this industry, somehow, some way you make contact with that person without effort. You know, you are wanting to transfer from this place to that place because that city is so much more beautiful and so much more up to your standards. they will ultimately get that without much effort. Okay, so same things, same karma is transferring in each particular place. So even the third house is Vargottama, second house is Vargottama. That's what it means. Each house becomes Vargottama, meaning ultimate sweet fruit. That's what Vargottama is. If you look at this third chart, okay, Gemini ascendant, Libra ascendant in the Dashamsha. So again, we ask ourselves, why is this person a Libra? We go back to the birth chart. We see it's the fifth house becoming the ascendant of the Dashamsha, which means they're in their profession, they're going to have to, number one, perform. They have to become some form of a performing artist. They have to creatively put themselves out. And of course, just by the birth chart, I see that this person needs to be creating their own brand. See, in order for this person to succeed in their life, they have to have some kind of a brand name behind them. Meaning people should, before buying this person's product, okay, before buying this person's product, they should be buying into this person first, which we see due to Venus Rahu in the ascendant. But because fifth house becomes the ascendant of the Dashamsha, which tells what? The major success of their chart begins from the point they have children. When they have children, just like the first chart that I explained, when this person has children, transformation happens. In this particular case, when this person has children, their recognition and fame becomes active. And Libra is originally the seventh house. So we see that this person is going to be inclined towards business, desiring to do business. Whether it's business in tech, technology, social media, some form of online space. And especially one thing I also see, because Saturn is in the fifth. So this energy of Saturn goes into the ascendant with Libra. So they become a workaholic. Okay. This person will be the type of person who does not want to retire. Even at the age of 68, 75, they'll be like, I want to work. You know, like those multimillionaires and billionaires who keep working even when they're 85. You're like, why are you working? You should be retired. You should have retired 20 years ago and just sit at the beach. No, how long they're going to sit at the beach? After 6 hours, they're going to be like, okay, I'm done. Now what? They're not going to go every day. If you do something every day, you're going to become bored of it. So this person has to constantly work because that is who their karma, that's what their karma is representing. Their great success comes through continuous, rigorous hard work. They want to do hard work, and hard work is something that, in order for you to become successful, you have to do that. See, you see interviews of, like, say, for example, Larry Ellison from Oracle, billionaire and samurai and this and that. You have no idea what he's doing when he's not in, when the interviewer says cut, you don't know what that person's life is like. They have a billion different things in their brain. They have 100,000 different stresses in their mind. They're dealing with it. Okay, but see, Saturn is the Atmakarka of the Samsha. So when the fifth house with the energy of Saturn goes into the ascendant, the person automatically is destined to always have luck in their work and continuously work. And this person will do much better if they were to move or shift away from their birth city. Okay. Because the fourth house, it's a dual sign. Okay. So they don't need to go so far. But the fourth lord of happiness is going for 12th house of the Dashamsha. If they want happiness in their career, they have to go far away to attain the maximum potential of that happiness. So if there's a happiness of 100%, 99% of the people are living anywhere between 15 to 20%. This person can push it to 50%. That's what it is. No one's going to be truly happy unless you are enlightened and you have all the chakras awakened. Then no condition is bad. But in regular world, for us regular people, their happiness of their birth, okay, goes into the 12th of their Dashamsha of the success. The happiness will feel like a great success in a faraway place. And of course, even if you look in the birth chart, fourth lord goes into the 11th house in the movable sign. So they have to move. They have to go far away. And the other thing we see, the ascendant is Libra. What is Libra? Unionship, marriage, and the lord of this ascendant of Libra goes into the 5th, naturally creating itself a Raj Yoga. So what does this show? The moment this person got married or gets married, they find their success. Now, will the marriage be happy? That's a whole different thing. I don't want to get into that. Okay. Because I'm seeing the birth chart. And I don't want to say something that other people are going to be watching like, oh my God, I have this too. Oh my God, what's going to happen? So yeah, they can get married thanks to this retrograde Jupiter, but is the marriage is going to be something that there is going to be a perfect marriage? Absolutely not. They're going to be tremendous amount of distance and issues. Probably right when they got married, there could have been like some form of separation immediately. They had to go travel far away. This person had a visa that they worked there. Those things would have taken place, but it definitely helps them in their professional life. Okay, so this is how we use this concept of the Nadi. Like we did with Nadi Navamsha. On my course, we can use this in the Nadi Dashamsha. So of course you will find much more of these things and other things of Nadi in my Nandi Nadi course. And of course, like I was telling you today, I uploaded 2 or 3 videos in the last week. Oh my goodness. You know, these wall clocks, this one particular wall clock, oh my God. Talk about, I mean, it's like this tube that is just completely annihilating a person's marriage. So I uploaded that on the wristwatch and wealth course, so you can check it out. But like I told you, my mind is elsewhere. But since I did make a promise, I wanted to make this video, you know, and literally, if you use this concept with the planets, I mean, a lot of it can be seen. Okay. So I hope this has helped. And we'll discuss some of these more things next time. Thank you.